Hi everyone, it's Gareth Drury here from Tribal Warriors Martial Arts, and I just wanted to share something today that's often misunderstood about the Filipino martial arts, and that is how deep the sword and Espada dagger, the sword and dagger, the stick and knife, and how that can actually translate into the empty hands, such as punching in and elbows. Check it out. So in the Filipino martial arts, we don't classify the weapons and the empty hands as separate arts. With the structures in place, they kind of all interlink and intermingle with each other. There are differences amongst each category, but each one has a set of attributes that actually help with the overall game, whether it's timing, distance, be able to flow from long range to short range, and everything in between. So first of all, we need a stick, and the first exercise is going to be a simple 2 slashes. So we call this number 1 and a number 4, but each style and each system have a different numbering system. So we call this number 1. Most people, or some people, call this number 2. A lot of systems have 7, 4. It doesn't really matter, it's all the same thing. It's a backhand. So we're going to do slash and backhand slash. And then we're just going to swing through the hips, nice and smooth. No choppy motions, don't want to need to put any power behind it just yet. Nice and smooth. 1, push the weight onto the back leg, and then onto the front and the hand. Slash, slash. Nice and relaxed. Slash and slash. It needs a little bounce. And then we can do a little broken pattern. So a broken pattern is you're just going to break up the timing rather than having a nice even swing. Just going to swing just like that. So, after you've warmed up the arm, now we're going to put the punch in behind. So traditionally, we'll be doing this with a knife, stick and knife, but just for ease for now, we're going to start this way, and then we'll move to extremes on both ends through the video. So, we want a little slash, and then a punch. So good body mechanics, pivot on your hip, keep your elbow nice and tucked in, not flaring it out. Hitting with the knuckles, and then you want to kind of chamber it over this side, allowing this backhand shot to come in place, and then you're going to chop and come back to this starting position. So slash, punch, slash, and we'll do push or a chop. Chop the backhand, or do like a chop, like a stop check. We push. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, that's the punch. And the backhand, you're going to chamber this over, and this backhand here does the hitting or clearing. here, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Slash, punch, slash, chop, and back. Take your time with it, speed it up as you feel comfortable. Just be careful with this backhand in case you accidentally hit the back of your elbow for not tucking it in enough. Later on when we do the sword, Espada and Dagger, which means sword and dagger, this will help really keep everything much tighter. But for now, slash, punch, slash, punch. Now the advantages of this is if someone's going to time your slash, so you commit yourself to a slash and they just avoid it and counter in. So this is like a stop hit. So as they come rushing in, smash them in the face, clear, and power shot out again. Yeah, so you can avoid the first one, crashing in, push or punch, set them up for a little hit, another push, and then pivot and big shot out. So this time we're going to explore a long stick and a knife. So this is a blunt aluminium knife, great for training. Do not train with live blades. It's just a no-go until you're highly proficient because of self-cutting. Don't do it. So from here, same thing, we're going to slash and then we're going to thrust with the knife. So the first thrust, you're going to have your palm facing up in the air here. Okay, and then you're going to rechamber this onto this side. But where the punch you could just chamber in, you have to be have more sensitivity and turn the blade so it's palm down and chamber it this way. Here, always have the blade pointing towards the opponent. Again, slash, thrust, chamber in to make room for this one. Here, slash, and then this time it's going to be a palm down, thrust back. And you're going to chamber it back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and back. So a lot of mistakes happen when they kind of rechamber the knife here to make line, because any kind of mistake, just no good. So always bring the knife pointing back. Even if they crash in, then if it's here and they crash in and push, it's on you. If you're having this one here, it's on them. So 1, 2, pull it in, slash, and thrust. Slash, thrust, chamber, slash with the backhand, and thrust. So in this part we're just going to explore the Espada dagger, which is the sword and dagger, and this is where the art, all the other arts kind of originated from. So the sword and empty hand, stick and knife, even the empty hand to some extent, all comes back to this. So with this now we need to be mindful and try and keep the points, both points, pointing towards the opponent. There'll be some discrepancies with the sword, so sometimes the tip might point backwards for a moment to set up the next shot, but we'll see how it goes. So the basic drill, we're going to slash and then try and keep this point pointing up and then thrust. I'm going to chamber this back in here, and as we turn and slash here, here, and chamber this back in as we slash. Here, 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 and you can get much tighter with this or you can kind of wing it out slightly. Whoosh. Not sure if you caught that. It was a feather. Okay, so let's explore the empty hands. So using the same structure as before, we can do a slashing motion. Now, of course, we've got the boxing lines, you know, your jab and crosses, your hooks, uppercuts, all that stuff. But also we do a lot of slashing, hitting this way, so we can incorporate that into the empty hands. So if you've never done this before, a nice easy drill. So you can do this both ways, but with the Eskrima and the Filipino martial arts, you tend to put your dominant side forward for more range and dexterity. So we're going to just use this one as a template, and we do a jab, jab, hammer fist, all in the same hand. Jab, jab, hammer fist, and then throw that cross behind it. Yeah. Jab, jab, hammer fist, cross. Jab, jab, hammer fist, cross. And then you can start applying some more movement, a little bit of footwork, a little bit of head movement. Start loading the shots up, do it really shallow, really quick. We can start loading them up, and kind of play with different flavours. So once we've got a little warm, we can just go into that structure that we had before. So it'll be hammer fist, punch, hammer fist, or a clear this time, but it's the same motion, and then a chop or a push. So 1, 2, 3, 4, back into boxing mode. Yeah, so 1, 2, jab, jab, hammer fist, cross, jab, jab, hammer fist, cross, and then load it up. 1, again, and back. So these little wipes, they can be either punches off a hammer, or they can be clears or checks or traps. Yeah, or just a distraction sometimes. Yeah, you can go into your boxing and move around. Oh, like, whoa, okay. You know, you're kind of giving them something a little new to look at. And you can distract that, and then once you get a good eye on when their mind starts wandering, that's when you can attack. Okay, of course you can do it this way. For most boxers, kickboxers, they tend to put the power hand behind. So again, you can have, with training in both, you'll start developing this style where you'll feel quite comfortable this way, and you'll feel comfortable this way also. Yeah, jab, jab, hammer fist, cross. So I hope that kind of clears up some misconceptions on the Filipino martial art, on how the blade and the stick art can help develop your empty hands. So if you enjoyed this video and you would like to continue training, why don't we click on this video here, and we'll take you straight to a video where we can rep it out in a more class-like environment, whether you want to train in your back garden or with a partner or on your own. Click on the video and we'll get some reps in and try and develop some skill sets.